Alright, now before I begin, I'd like to say a quick word on how to do a convincing Irish accent. If ever you're in a situation where you have to convince your friends that you are in fact from Ireland, it's useful to say something from time to time that they just for the life of them cannot understand. And that's not a shape, it's On a side note, in this band, a lot of times people hear that you were playing in a band, they're like, oh, cool, were you the singer? Did you play guitar? Did you play drums? I played French horn. That's like the band's vagina. There's nothing about playing the French horn that is going to get you. It's like playing banjo. So I was talking to my brother about art the other day, and he made a comment at one point. He said, you know, minimalism is a beautiful thing. I said, don't you mean minimalism is beautiful? That one was for me. That's comedic me time. I think it's funny. So I was walking here, I walked to the gig tonight, and I passed this goth guy standing out in front of the Nitty Gritty. And I thought, how out of your element could you? It's sort of like when we used to go to the mall, because you always see the goth kids at the mall. And it's like, you know, I want to die too, being at the mall and all, but I'm not going to dress in a way that makes that information available to the general public. You know, and it's like, you sort of wonder, it makes me wonder if part of the goth appeal is just like the fact that it makes you wish you were dead. The fashion, the music. Have you ever actually listened to a 9 Inch Nails remix album? It doesn't matter what you could be doing. You could be getting a blowjob stoned and watching Barbarella. If you put on a 9 Inch Nails remix album, you will want to make it stop any way you can. I used Barbarella in that joke because, first off, I like the idea of making a cultural reference that was dated around the time of my birth. And also, Barbarella is like the ultimate low in movies. It's like you could be, oh yeah, I'm living in my parents' basement, I'm morbidly obese, I'm addicted to 6 drugs, but hey, at least I didn't have anything to do with Barbarella. I've got that going for me. In spite of that fact, I have been told on a number of occasions that I was cute. Which, ladies, that is not helpful. It's not helpful because it can be interpreted far too widely. A guy can be cute like Johnny Depp is cute, or he can be cute like a beluga whale is cute. And I don't care how you want to look at that, nobody's blowing the whale. Yeah. This is fun. I brought with me a textbook. I promise you won't learn anything, but I needed to bring it sort of as proof if anybody doubts me. I was reading my political science textbook this morning, and I came across this picture. And you can't see it from back there, but it's a guy sitting in like a voter registration booth to register people to vote. And that's all fine and good. But then I looked at it closer and I realized he's got the booth set up in a handicapped parking space. What kind of asshole? And then I saw this sign. There's this sign on this table that says, what this country needs is us. Arm yourself. So the answer to the question is a Republican asshole. But then that begs the question, dude, how do you expect some guy to pull himself up by his bootstraps if he can't walk? I believe that Captain Hook originally wanted to be a gynecologist. Which, when you think about it, that makes his ultimate fate of spending his entire life on an island infested with little boys that much more tragic. Perhaps that's why he was so possessive of Wendy. And, you know, I'm going to do another joke just to cover my ass on that one. So a lot of people think I'm gay. I don't know if any of you think I'm gay. I understand how a lot of people could think that, though, you know. I'm sort of flamboyant, and I'm fairly effeminate, and I don't have sex with girls. Though not for lack of effort on my part, I can assure you. You know, a lot of people are shocked when they find out friends of theirs are gay. You know what shocks me on a similar level? Finding out friends of mine are Republican. It really weirds me out, you know? It's like, I find myself talking to myself, like, saying things like, wow, he doesn't dress like a Republican. He wears sandals all the time. He doesn't talk like a Republican. He's never said anything to us about Jesus. And in all those liberal friends, he just seems so normal. Is it a choice to be a Republican? Or are people honestly born that way? Well, I'll tell you what, it's got to come from somewhere. I blame the parents. Thanks, guys. I'm Dave Madison.